Thursday. Welcome on the show. Now, I have too many things to discuss today, and my name is Wale Scott. It's Plus Sports and PlusTvAfrica. Now, 45 days after World Football Governing Body FIFA ordered the Nigerian Football Federation to pay former Super Eagles coach Gianna Bryant $377,879.46 in compensation after ending his contract early. The NFF is yet to adhere to the directive. I've got Stanley Ikawu on the show with me today. Welcome on the show, Stanley.
Well, good morning, and of course, it's a pleasure to be on the show once again.
Now, how many days after NFF have refused to discuss Gianna Bryant's money? I think it's wrong, really. You are owing this guy money.
Well, this first, there was a contractual rate agreement between Gianna Bryant and the NFF. And under the ILO law, once you terminate your employee's contract untimely, you are entitled to pay him everything that is being owed. Now, before now, some of our colleagues in the media came out bluntly and boldly to say that the NFF wasn't owing Gianna Bryant. And I asked myself, do they have the contract these two parties signed? Now, people are taking a decision that NFF must pay Gianna Bryant. NFF are still yet to tell us if they have money to pay the Frank German. That's one. Now, on the other hand, I think there should be a plea bargain between the NFF and Gianna Bryant. FIFA its order. Now, Gianna Bryant and the NFF should sit down and agree on how this money will be paid. Now, if there is a breach as far as the FIFA is concerned, I think the NFF will be the NFF will be putting up more punishment on the national team itself. Now we are still struggling to pay Jose Peseiro $75,000. If what Amadi told us is anything to go by, that they are solvent from the sport ministry, then it should be able to pay this young man his money. This whole excuse of we don't have money, we don't have to get money to pay Jose Peseiro. Is it the sport minister that said the salary of Jose Peseiro will be coming from the presidency? So much lies will be told, and it's not going to do our football any good. So the earlier the NFL begins to understand that this would in turn affect our football, I think the better for them. The road must be paid according to FIFA.
Let me ask you a question now, Stanley. If eventually the NFF do the thing they do normally, who is going to get the brunt? The team, national team, the NFF? Who is going to be banned or sanctioned at this point?
I think what I feel FIFA would do is some of these allowance that we get from FIFA, we make them until the NFF pays Gianna Bryant. You understand? Yeah. For example, for every quarter, there's some amount that every federation gets from FIFA.
Yeah.
Now, if the NFL still remains adamant not to pay Gianna Bryant, then it simply means all this money would not be coming into the coffers of the NFF. I think that's the only punishment the NFF would get as a result of their total negligence to FIFA's directive.
Okay. Now, don't go away, Stanley. I'm still with you here. Okay. Now, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro says he remains focused on improving his team ahead of the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifier against Guinea-Bissau in September. Now, Peseiro led the Eagles to their biggest win in history on Monday when they thrashed minnows, Sao Tome and Principe. Now, Stanley, the reason why I like this story is because they called Sao Tome and Principe minnows. The Nigeria we used to know who will beat Minos 10-0, 11-0, 14-0, 15-0. Do you think the Eagles have arrived under Peseiro? Stanley?
I think no. I saw a glint of change in the way the Super Eagles play. And it actually started against Ecuador in an international friendly. As against what Gianna Bryant showed to us as football philosophy, so rigid, too dry. I think you're seeing a different kind of football philosophy and style under the Peseiro. Yes, there are still no minutes in world football.
Okay, now the story is, Stanley, Nigeria will now join holders Senegal, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Morocco with 2 wins from their first 2 qualifiers, with the next 2 rounds of matches scheduled for September. Now we've got an Algeria, we've got an Egypt who've got Mo Salah and a few other players. We've got Senegal who've got Sadio Mane and some other players. Do you think we can make it happen against these teams?
You see, I may go to say that no country on the continent of Africa can boast of the range and the number of talents we have, not only in football. But our major problem have always been administrative issues. Wale Osimhen after in the world of football. While Moses Simon is a hero with Nantes. While Paul Onachi cannot stop scoring with us again. However, only just finished as far as the goal scorer ranking is concerned in the German Bundesliga. Only the list is endless. In the Senegalese national team, you can only see a Sadio Mane and the goalkeeper, talking about Edward Mendy. That's not to say they don't have quality. But they play as a unit, they play as a team. Not until have a coach that can give us at least a look-alike of what the Senegalese play as far as football is concerned. Maybe then and then we can now start saying we have arrived. You see that fear factor that the Super Eagles used to boast of? We don't have it anymore. And that's why I think we need a coach. I was speaking with Emmanuel Lamontes 2 weeks ago. And he said that our philosophy, like France 98 World Cup.
Now,
so how do we move? How do we go from here?
Stanley, what should we expect against Guinea-Bissau?
Another victory.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today, Stanley. Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Wallace.
Thank you.
And of course, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Now, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 official poster was revealed on Wednesday in an official ceremony at the Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. The poster revealed depicts a Qatari traditional headwear being thrown in the air, a celebratory move done by local fans watching soccer. Other elements included are a soccer ball and Arabic writing reading Hayya, which translates to "Let's Go." The design was created by Virginia Commonwealth University in Qatar graduate Buthania Al-Muftar. The artist also produced 7 additional posters that were showcased during the ceremony and are currently displayed throughout the airport. The playoff on Tuesday between the 4th place team in the CONCACAF region, Costa Rica, and the Oceania Confederation winner, New Zealand, at the Ahmad bin Ali Stadium, brought to an end the qualifying campaign for the 2022 finals in Qatar, which runs from November 21st to December 18th. Unfortunately, the Super Eagles will not be at the Qatar World Cup. But, well, Ghana took our place, but that was the unveiling. And that's not the official poster for the World Cup yet. She's just drawing something, bringing an idea into it, suggesting maybe they might eventually take it as the eventual poster for the World Cup. Now, this particular guy I want to talk about now is an Aston Villa fan. And Manchester United fans don't like Aston Villa fans. I'm a Man U fan, so I don't like him very much because of his... I like him, though. Now, he's the Prince of England. His name is Prince William. He met the England women's national team, the Lionesses, yesterday afternoon as they trained for the upcoming UEFA Women's Euro 2022. Now, England manager Sarina Wiegman revealed that they discussed the Lionesses' preparation for not just the Euros, but also the World Cup in 2023. When asked about the Prince's football skills, Wiegman came to his defense, saying he didn't wear the right shoes. Prince William wasn't even wearing canvas. He wasn't wearing sneakers. He was wearing shoes, real shoes, leather shoes. But he still managed to play a penalty. I think that's good, isn't it? Now, Daniel Medvedev opened this Halle Open campaign with a comfortable straight sets victory over 2019 finalist David Goffin. The newly crowned world #1 wrapped up the contest 6-3, 6-2 in just over an hour. Top seed Medvedev will now face Ilya Ivashika in the second round. Game Medvedev. I'm going to leave you with a story that actually gives me a whole lot of emotions coming through. But I'll leave you with that, okay? Now, a basketball court honoring Philadelphia native Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, who both died in a helicopter crash in 2020, was unveiled in Pennsylvania on Tuesday. The court in Philadelphia's Overbrook neighborhood was one of 3 opened by the Mamba and AMP, Mamba Cedar Sports Foundation, and Nancy Lieberman charities as part of their Dream Courts initiative. Kobe's widow, Vanessa Bryant, joined city leaders and charity partners for the court opening at the Tustin Playground. I'll leave you with that. Well, behind the cameras is Tayo Ashubiojo. He makes you see us, but you don't see him. Thank you very much, Onoja. Tumishe, you always have my back. Thank you very much. And downstairs in the powerhouse, I've got a dual partnership downstairs today. I've got Peter, I call him Piro, and I've got Shedrack downstairs. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'll leave you with this very emotional opening of a playground for Gianna and Kobe Bryant. My name is Wiley Scott. Join us same time tomorrow. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.